so that when I come back, because I always come back, I know how to correct what I fucked up the first time around. And that's all this is. A correction.
So it has been a while since we've had any news in regards to the Power universe, and ironically, after I promised a Raising Kanan update this week, lo and behold, they've just released news of 2 new characters for Season 4 that will look to shake things up for the main core cast. We've got Red, he'll be playing a character named Early Tyler, and then we've got Fontaine, who will be playing B Rilla. So, in this breakdown, we're going to run through the character descriptions for these 2 new characters, some Easter eggs and clues dating all the way back to Season 1, specifically for Early Tyler, and just some general thoughts in regards to where these 2 new characters could fit into the storyline for all things Raising Kanan Season 4. Now the character description for Early Tyler reads, a trustworthy ally and a secret keeper. Early Tyler is a neighborhood institution and also a good friend to have in your corner, but that's only if you can afford the high financial price of his friendship. So that's Early Tyler's character description, and some of you may have wondered the same thing as I did. We've heard the name Early Tyler before, so I'm just going to play you guys the clip where Marvin mentioned him way back in Season 1.
Early Tyler talking about opening an exotic fish store. You know, we were like piranhas and shit. We could keep our business in the back with the aquariums and food or whatnot.
What the fuck do Early Tyler know about fish?
We had a barbershop for 4 minutes, and the Board of Health shut it down because of scabies or some nasty ass shit.
Now, this is the one thing I do love about Power, more so with Raising Kanan. The continuity, characters, storylines, name and Easter eggs that we've seen and heard all the way back to Season 1, they're now being brought back into the series much later down the line. We also saw how Ronnie was mentioned in the very first episode. They laid the groundwork to let us know that Unique had a big brother who was in jail, and then they gave us the backstory to how and why he was released. Now the same goes with Early Tyler. We all heard Marvin mention him way back in 102. It was in conversation with Lou and Rock when they were in discussion about moving from their stash house. They were looking for a new location to store their cash and product. So, Marvin mentioned Early Tyler, who was talking about opening up an exotic fish store. However, at the time, they went with Lou's option instead. His option was a bodega, owned by Juliana and her husband. But also because at the time, Lou and Rock never really used to pay much attention to Marvin in terms of making decisions when it came to their operation. Lou was Rock's go-to and right hand. However, over time, we have seen that begin to shift over to Marvin. Marvin's been gaining a lot of respect. We've seen his evolution in terms of not just him being Rock's go-to, but his relationship with Jukebox has definitely evolved. He's also evolved as a person who's taken on a lot more responsibility. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we get an introduction to this Early Tyler early in Season 4 through Marvin Thomas. He's been described as a trustworthy ally and a secret keeper, a good friend to have in your corner, but his friendship will be coming at a very high price. But if he is someone who's trustworthy and a very good ally to have in your corner, then maybe surprised that Rock and Marvin are willing to pay. Guys like Early Tyler, or at least the details that we've been given in terms of his character description, are rare to come by, with the keyword being trustworthy. We all know in this game you can't trust anyone, but if you can trust Early Tyler, then whatever the price is, maybe it is worth it, or maybe they have no choice. We all know the relationship between Snaps and Rock is very fragile to say the least, and after they just got rid of Ronnie, or should I say Kanan did, it's not going to go down well with Snaps.
Her connect and her business.
And a sizable sum of United States issued currency, thrown in for good measure.
How much?
5.
The deal was that Rock would give Ronnie her business plus 500k cash in return for Kanan stock, but at some point in the streets of Queens, news will start to spread about Ronnie's death. Rumors will be circulating in the streets and people will be talking, considering that Rock just came to Snaps with a deal, but then all of a sudden Ronnie and Detective Howard are dead at the same scene. It's not going to be difficult to put 2 and 2 together for Snaps. So, Early Tyler might just be a friend that Rock needs while she gears up for yet another battle in the streets and also with law enforcement, all while she's trying to continue building her operation. So, early thoughts around Early Tyler. It does seem like he'll be a valuable partner, friend, or an associate to Rock in more ways than one, which could actually come through Marvin. But with that being said, over to Fontaine, who will be playing B Rilla. Now his character description reads, a raw, volatile, and incredibly talented young rapper serving a prison sentence for armed robbery. Lou will see B Rilla's potential and will want to sign him. So first things first, when it comes to B Rilla, we're going to be introduced to B Rilla while he's in jail. He's serving a prison sentence for armed robbery, But we don't know too much in terms of what the robbery was, his background, how much time he's serving, or whether he's actually coming to the end of his prison sentence. Maybe Lou looks at B-Rilla and sees a talent, just like he did with Famous.
It's like I told your sister. Stop smoking weed. Put something on paper. You bring me something good, then I'll put you back in the studio.
We all know Lou has a key eye for talent and a key eye for music, but whenever the opportunity has come round, the streets have always come calling, or he's been battling with his inner demons, something always seems to pull him away. But just like with Famous, maybe Lou sees the potential in B-Rilla. Maybe Lou sees B-Rilla as a project, just like he once saw Famous, giving this young talented rapper an opportunity to turn his life around, just like he's trying to do for himself. What that also means is, Lou's probably doing a lot better than when we last saw him. He's back home and doing the one thing he loves. However, you guys know how this goes down. Just as I mentioned before in regards to Lou being dragged back into the world Rock and his family live in, you know it's only a matter of time. Or maybe it's even B-Rilla who drags Lou back into the world. Rock and Marvin know what their baby brother has been through. They've had that conversation. So maybe this time it's B-Rilla who kind of drags back Lou into the streets, because he is described as raw and volatile, who will still probably be caught in between two worlds. On one hand, he's got this opportunity to sign with Lou to his record label, but on the other hand, I'm sure there's going to be the law of the streets, which in turn could drag Lou back into the world he's trying to stay away from. Now, in regards to B-Rilla rapping, I'm expecting to hear some fireworks on the mic. He's someone who's been inside or is still in prison. Of course, we don't know whether he's going to be released or the circumstances around his prison sentence just yet, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear Lou tell him to really tap into everything he's been through, put all his experiences and emotion down on the paper. Whether he's able to turn B-Rilla into a top artist, who knows, let's wait and see. And let's see whether Lou can really thrive in the music industry, or whether or not he gets dragged back into the world of power, money, drugs, and violence. And with that being said, drop all your early thoughts and predictions down below in the comment section in regards to early Tyler and B-Rilla. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.